Today I'll be showing you how to get free ringtones on your phone. I only have Verizon as my carrier, so I have no idea if this works on AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever. But if you want, you can try it out on whatever carrier you have, if it's not Verizon, and if it works or not, leave me a comment, send me a message, tell me if it works or not, so that I can maybe add that to a video or add that to the description. There's two different programs that I'm going to show you how to use. One is open sourced and free. The second one, you can get a trial of it if you really want to do a certain song that the first program won't open. And you can torrent the second thing, or you can get a cracked version, whatever. But the first one I'll be showing you is called Audacity. That's a free thing. You can look it up on Google, whatever. And I'm going to use the band Infected Mushroom. You just pick a random file, find it, highlight it, and right click on it and say open with. Open with, and then say choose default program. And I would advise to uncheck the always use the selected program. This does work on Windows XP, by the way. Locate just the Audacity icon and open. Click OK. And it'll bring up Audacity. You'll get a whole bunch of these little blue squiggly lines here. Those are just, if you don't know about them, those are just the spikes in the music or whatever. But now most phones only have a maximum of a 30-second ringtone. Certain phones like the Alias and the Alias 2 can be like a 45 minute or 45 second ringtone. Right now I'm just gonna use 30 seconds. You can find, you can play and go through and look at, any part that you think's good. But right now I'm just gonna use the first 30 seconds of the song. And then if you're using in Audacity, after you have the 30 seconds highlighted, I'm gonna come up here and click crop or trim. This is going to take off all the other sound except for this one highlighted section. If you want, you can listen to it. After you do that, come up here and click File, Export as MP3. I just do desktop, name it Artillery Ringtone. Save. Once you have exited out of Audacity and exported as an MP3, you'll get what looks like a iTunes icon, like an iTunes music file. So what you want to do after you have your file, that's basically your ringtone. I use Outlook. You can use this with AOL.com or anything, doesn't matter. Just bring up your email, and what you need to do to get your number up here is from your phone make a picture message, a new picture message, and send that picture message to your email address. It doesn't have to have anything in it. You can just make random text, and that's where you'll get your number, and you just hit reply. And bring up your little window here. Get rid of everything, including the subject. Get your file, drag it in, click send, and then wait for it to send, and I'll be back in a second after it sends. Alright, so what you want to do, once you get your message on your phone, go to texts, open it up. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. You can hear it if, after it opens. Okay, then you're going to click options, which is down here in the bottom right. After you do that, you can go to save as ringtone, and that'll let you save it as, any ringtone on your phone. And then right underneath it should be saved as sound. And if you do save sound, you can forward it to other people. You can forward it to yourself and set it as a ringtone if you don't the first time. But I would suggest doing both. So, once you do that, then you just set it as a ringtone just like you normally would. Alright, the second program I'm going to show you is called WavePad Audio Editor, I believe. WavePad Sound Editor. So you open that up, and come up here to open file once you've got it all installed and stuff. And I'm gonna take the song Coyotes by Jason Mraz. Open that. It'll decode it. So certain songs will only work with WavePad, because of its coding, but it does with WavePad. So I strongly recommend getting WavePad because it's got a ton of different features, and you can just mess with the audio in several different ways that Audacity can't, and it can open several different songs that Audacity can't. So it's basically the same concept as Audacity, where you pick 30 seconds of your song. Say, I'll just do the first 30 seconds. Your time is down here, by the way. Now with this, there's no trim button up at the top. You gotta right click and click trim, and it'll get rid of everything around it and make this box. That's just the first 30 seconds. If you look down here at the time bar, it goes 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. As you can see, I went a little over 30, but that's okay. You can still come down here and listen to it if you want to know what it sounds like. And then for this, you just come up here to File, Save As, select your desktop, and now with this, it will always try to save as a WAV file, and phones don't recognize that. Most phones will recognize MP3 right here. So you just click this drop down box and click on MP3, and then just click save. Just with this box that opens up here, just click OK. It's just the save quality, sound quality of how it saves. I always just leave that the same. So once you have that saved, then here's your icon. Looks very familiar. Open up your mail thing and just send it just like you did the last one. Do the same exact thing on the phone you did with Audacity. Just save it as a sound, save it as a ringtone. So and now depending on the phone, some phones and sometimes the file will get a little weird in the transfer, or just depending on how you do it. But sometimes it'll almost sound like you recorded that song live at a concert, and sometimes with my phone it comes out very clear and like a ringtone that you bought. So that's how to not spend $2 on something that's 30 seconds long. Thank you, and don't forget to comment if you use a different carrier and it works, or even if it doesn't work. Thank you. Comment if you use a different carrier